What up, it's your boy Darth back at it again with another video, and today we are here with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 9. Last episode we had, honestly, we had like some fights and shit was going down and stuff, but I feel like the most interesting thing that happened last episode was Alphonse's talk with Barry the Butcher. I'm calling him Barry the Butcher, even though he goes by Barry the Chopper. Stupid name. You could have been Barry the Butcher. But Alphonse had a interesting fight with Barry the Butcher, where he was like, yo, what if you're just not? What if you were never human? What if you have implanted memories? What if like your brother is lying to you and shit? Which I firmly believe that he's not, but I firmly believe that Alphonse was human, and like, there's no way Edward's lying to him about that shit and all this other shit. But I would assume that in this episode we're gonna get into that a little bit more, because that was a very interesting way to that was a very interesting way to take Alphonse's character that I didn't expect. So I'm the most interested in that. I would hope that we're going to get a little bit more into that, but I also hope that we get a little bit more breadcrumbs as to what's going on with these homunculi, or whatever the fuck they are, demons, and how they are related to this father character and Edward and all this other shit. I hope we get more breadcrumbs about that too. So we're just gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all that other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more FMAB or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always going to be my social media. My Instagram is Darth with 2 H's. My Twitter is not Darth. You can DM me, you can add me, whichever one you want to do. I'll respond to it and make a video on it as soon as possible. If you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links are going to be in the description. We're always a couple episodes or a couple weeks ahead. So with all that out of the way, let's get our headphones. Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're down there charging. Oh fuck, they're on the ground charging because them bitches were kind of low. Make sure they are on. Them bitches is on, and we are just gonna get into it.
Fullmetal Alchemist, sir. We do apologize in advance for this.
Oh no, please. Oh, I thought. Damn. I thought Armstrong's gonna pull up.
Selfish child. You only escaped with your life because you were lucky. Like us. Not all adults are the enemy. You can trust us.
You know what? That's fair. That is very fair.
That's all. Please forgive our abusive words and conduct, sir. It will not happen again.
I respect it, bro.
My punishment for slapping you?
Huh? Nothing. I had it coming.
What
What you two so scared of me?
the fuck? Yeah, right?
Certified alchemists carry a military rank equivalent to that of a major.
Oh,
I didn't get my
right.
certification so people would kiss up to me. Yeah, my right arm's messed up again. I can move the fingers, but that's about it. I can't lift the arm at all.
Damn. Oh yeah. That is your fault.
Sounds about right. Nothing, just talking to myself.
That is your fault. So go ahead and fix that up.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about. When I was your age, I had a different girlfriend every week.
Hey, he said I got hoes.
Dark by yourself.
Oh shit.
Meow.
Brother.
He's thinking about it, isn't he? He's thinking about it. Oh. A kid playing with its toy. Looks like something that you may think of yourself as a toy being played with. Oh, ow. Ow. Come on, man.
Hello, Major Armstrong, it's Winry!
That girl, that woman behind her. Didn't that kind of look like
Where are those stupid
Never
Alfred
mind.
brothers?
That kind of looked like their teacher.
Well, you see,
I broke it because I was being reckless. Your repairs were
Hey, Winry got that drip though, no cap.
my fault.
He has
Cool.
no idea. He never noticed that I forgot to put in that screw.
Besides, if my arm is
Suspended forever if you keep using that stupid excuse!
shut up, I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yes.
Needs his milk.
yeah, you want the girls to like you, don't you?
Or you want the hose, don't you?
Was that Al?
Oh shit. Ow, dude.
Sure, no problem.
Yo, Ed, my boy.
Yeah, look at him in the
Pretty
trip.
girl into your room to service you?
Look at the trip. Oh, not though. It's not a great way to phrasing, my guy. Phrasing.
Mechanic, have you?
That isn't what I said at all! Were you even listening?
Phrasing.
I have to go and see if I can find some place to stay tonight.
Come on, no need for that. Why don't you spend
Mr.
the night
Hughes.
at my place?
Yeah, Mr. Hughes.
Yes, of course. My wife and daughter will be delighted.
Let's
to have
go,
you.
Mr.
Settle. Come on. Here, let me take that. Oh, I've got...
Let's go. Oh, he wanted him to go because it's his daughter's birthday. Oh, I love Hughes.
Really asking?
My darling little Alicia's birthday.
I love it.
That's exciting. How old are you now, Alicia?
3. Oh.
Obviously injured again. Something's bothering Al.
Man, she's so out of the loop.
Keep their mouths shut, though.
Yeah.
Don't ever tell me what's going on.
Damn,
It's
dude.
just like when they left Risenwolf.
You know these boys, Winry. It's possible they thought you'd understand.
Hey, Hughes is a good guy. Hughes is a good guy. And he's a good looking man. Look at Hughes. He's so saucy. Let's go. Hughes is
General, men prefer to let their actions speak instead of words. When they're in pain, they don't want to burden anyone with it.
Okay, down you go.
Hey, you get away from her! Alicia wants to play with me, not you! Huh? No way!
She's quite the heartbreaker already, isn't she?
I mean, Hughes.
Listen up, boys. You try anything with my daughter, and you will answer to me.
Your actions speak too loudly.
My man Hughes said, "There are too many dicks in the world."
I don't have to if I don't want to. It may not look like it, but I have grown some. But everyone still calls me a pipsqueak. I wish I was like you, Al.
Don't say that, Ed.
Such a big body now.
It's not like I asked for this body, brother. I'm stuck in this body. What should I believe in? My memories? Memories are just scraps of information that can be made up as easily as anything else.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember when you said there was something you were afraid to tell me? I think I might know what it was. Maybe you wanted to say that my soul and my memories are really artificial constructions you created.
Ow.
Is that what you really think? Have you believed that all this time? So you finished? Is there more you wanted to say? Okay.
Henry, you idiot!
Bink?
No idea how Ed feels. Do you know what he was so afraid to talk to you about? He wants to know if you blame him for what happened to your body, Al.
He's my little brother, and I'm supposed to protect him. How could he ever forgive me?
Al isn't the type of boy who would resent you for this.
Fuck, dude.
Just ask him and I'm sure you'll see.
I'm too afraid.
Who would be prepared to risk his own life to create a fake brother?
That's true. I mean, that's what I said the last episode. All the
Is each other.
all the proof I needed.
We haven't had a good fight in a while. I'm starting to get flabby.
This is a good way to let's settle it like men.
Stop! Your wounds haven't healed enough for this.
And I beat you. The first time I ever won.
He's never beat you, you know.
We fought over candy a lot too, huh?
And that toy.
Just like brothers.
I won that one. And when we played in the Rain River too.
Oh yeah, you shoved me into the water.
And that fight we had during our training?
Teacher said we were being too loud, then she beat us up herself. Why do we call that one a draw?
We even fought over which one of us would marry Winry someday.
What? I don't remember that one.
I won the fight. but she shot me down.
Oh, did she?
Oh, did she?
Telling me that all those memories are lies?
Sorry.
Right.
And your determination to be whole again, to get your body back no matter what, that's a lie too?
Right.
No, it's not a lie.
That's right. Milk? Fine, I'll drink a little. Whatever it takes, brother.
Let's go.
Mr. Hughes, maybe you don't have to hear something out loud, but it sure is helpful sometimes.
I guess it is.
This is a... Oh, yeah, this is a fucking flashback.
Hey, you're awake.
Where am I?
In a slum outside of East City. You're among friends now.
Are they Ishvalan?
Who are you? You, old man.
Me? Why, I'm a man of Ishvala, just as you are, son.
They're
There's nothing to
fallen.
worry about here.
There's
I
other...
won't sell out one of my own.
There's other survivors? Ooh, okay. Okay. So that was a really good episode. A really good episode. It was much needed too. And the reason is because we've been going through this, we've been building up to this, I would feel. There's been very offhand comments and one-off scenes where like there's been these I guess you could say moments where you would have Alphonse kind of like, you should be grateful you have a body, and Edward kind of just so brewing in his own like depression and like angst that he can't see the forest for the trees, and he's like, oh man, all this shit going on, I can't believe it, it's so sad, the world that I live in. And then you have just Alphonse that's just like, I just want to be able to eat again. And it's such a simple thing. It's such a simple thing, but you know, Alphonse, you know, of course Alphonse would harbor some sort of like, I guess you, for lack of a better term, jealousy for the predicament that specifically Edward is in. You know, I think one of the standout moments were when Edward and Alphonse, like right after Shao Tucker, fuck that guy, right after that, where he was like just really depressed and all this other shit, and he was just like, man, sucks out here. You know, you seen they both Edward and Alphonse have just seen some absolute bullshit, and you have Edward who's just like, man, you know, all these raindrops, you know, kind of like falling on his face and stuff. He's just like, you know, just sometimes, you know, he's like, you know, sometimes he's just kind of sitting there. Like, I don't know specifically what he said, but you know, he was talking about the raindrops and like hearkening them to like his emotions and stuff like that, and he's like, oh man, some, you know, the raindrops still on my face, I'm brooding and I'm sad and stuff. And it was a really sad moment, but it was broken up by Al saying, you know, I just kind of want to feel raindrops on my face. And you forget, because let's be honest, Edward does exude main character. He has it written on his head, goddamn. Like, Edward seems like he is basically the main character of the story. But I like that Al is there because he kind of grounds Ed in those situations. He grounds him. He's like, I see that you're brooding and doing your main character thing, but like, there's me over here who just like kind of wants a body, and like, wow, that would really be great if I could feel raindrops on my face, but I can't, you know. And in that moment, whether he showed it outwardly or not, it kind of grounds him. Another one with where he's fighting the Scar Alchemist, and he's like, well, fuck it, I guess I'm gonna die. Just don't hurt my little brother. And he's just accepting death and all this other shit, doing all this main character shit. Like, oh man, if I'm gonna die, do it. Put the death all over my hot body, you know, all this other shit. And then there's Alphonse again to ground, like, you stupid bitch. What do you mean die? Do you not know that when you die you don't come back? We know that for sure. Like, you can't come back after death. So why the fuck would you want to die? Stupid. Like, it, you know, it's those very grounding moments that we have Al for. And in this episode, in the last episode, but specifically this episode, we have a moment where it's Alphonse that's kind of floating, and you know, he's drowning in his own angst, and he's like, oh, do I really exist? You know, all this other shit, this existential shit, which for one, I completely understand. Like, I get it when Ree was like mad that he was like, you know, your brother loves you and stuff like that. You know, I get that. And I get why Edward was like, oh, do you really think that I would do something like that? But I also get Alphonse's point of like, I would see why Alphonse would like strongly believe that, like, or at least strongly suspect that. I would if somebody came up to me and was like, hey bro, do you really think that you exist? Because I got, you know what I'm saying, I got a couple reasons why you wouldn't. I would be like, oh shit, do I? You know? Oh my god, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, no, I'm not. Maybe. No, I did sneeze. But like, yeah, I would kind of be like, oh shit, do I exist? You know, it's a fair thing to think. Oh my god, I sneezed again. But it's a fair thing to think, so I don't blame Al for that. It is a very fair thought process to have with yourself, and be like, you know, especially in Al's situation, like, yeah, he would think that. Why wouldn't he? He's been put in a situation where that's a very viable like idea. Like, it's understandable that he would think that. But I do like that, like I said, I truly believe that he wasn't, because just in last episode, the absolute devout faith that that Edward had in his brother, where he was like, dude, I have fought Alphonse multiple times and I have never won. He was like, I fully believe that that kid out there is about to win his fight. I don't care. You know, he was just doting, like just absolutely gushing over his brother. And it's the kind of like, it's the kind of things that you would say that you wouldn't say over somebody that's not actually real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he just made Alphonse from a fake soul and was like, oh shit, you know, like, yeah, that's my brother, but like, he wouldn't go to those great lengths to talk about him in that way. Be like, yeah, that's my brother, you know, that's you not gonna, I don't care who's out there, he ain't stronger than Alphonse, because Alphonse is stronger than me. Like, that was all the proof that I needed that Alphonse was real, because Edward felt so strongly just in that moment, like in that moment, that Alphonse was real. And yeah, you know, that's what it was. Of course you're real, dude. Of course you're real. But like I said, this is a fight that we needed, because Alphonse is in a very interesting predicament in, like, you know, being not in his body but still having his soul, you know. So I am glad that we had this fight. I'm glad that it ended in pretty much the same way that, well, in a way that you would expect for brothers to end a argument, a fight. Let's just fight each other, and then talk about all the times we have fought, and then be like, dude, do you really think I would implant fake memories of us fighting like actual brothers? No, I wouldn't. So do you really think those memories are fake? No? Okay. So you're not fake. You were a real boy. We were brothers. You know, so it is fitting that this fight ended in a physical fight, and then just a simple talk amongst brothers, because that seems like the most fitting way to end something like that, end a problem like that. I do want to say also, I really, 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 really love Hughes. I don't think I talk about him enough. That man he's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man inside and out. I absolutely love Hughes. He was really spitting this episode, and what he was telling Winry was so insightful for what was going on with him not even like thinking about or knowing about what was actually going on. Like, it was just so insightful for him to be like, yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, men, they don't really want to talk about their problems. You know, sometimes you gotta let them brood, and there will be a time in which they will call on you for help, and you just gotta be there for them when that time comes, you know. And you know, just I think it just goes to like I always say, or like I said in last episode at least, Hughes is just a fucking dad, you know? He's just such a dad that he acts as a dad to other people that aren't even his children, and I just really appreciate that from Hughes. He's just such a fucking dad, and that's what I love about his character. Like, he's so likable. He just seems like everybody's dad, and it's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I love that shit. So I just love Hughes. Love his family, great too. Love his family. But one thing I do want to talk about real quick before we end off the discussion, this may have been like just a one-off thing. I don't want to go back and look at it because I just don't feel like going back and look at it. But when Renry jumped off the train, was looking for Armstrong, there's a lady that walked behind her that looked kind of important. Like, I think that it was what's his name's Edward and Alphonse's teacher, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't get a good look. I just kind of saw it like in my peripheral vision. I'm not sure if it was Edward and Alphonse's teacher and that's why I noticed her, or her character design just looks really important and that's why I noticed her. But I am gonna be on the lookout for her now. See if she's gonna make an appearance in the show anytime soon. Because that could be a good moment for Edward and Alphonse to learn some new skills. You know, this is definitely gonna be a good, I guess, training arc for them if that's what happens. But that's just something that I noticed. But all in all, great episode. I really enjoyed this one. This was something that both the brothers needed, and hopefully we can kind of like use this as a launch pad for you know, just better teamwork between them, and just them getting back to the main goal, you know, because I feel like that's where they left off that discussion. Like, okay, let's focus up again. Let's focus up again. So I really appreciate this episode. I really like this episode. It's really good. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more FMAB or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always on my social media. My Instagram is darkso2h and my Twitter is @notdarkacademia. You can have me whichever one you want to do. I'll respond to it and make a video on it as soon as possible. If you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description. We're always a couple of episodes or a couple weeks ahead. So, with all that being said, you all stay. Ooh, my off button ring. Off button. Oh shit. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.